thing. You can get out in front of people. You can be more visible. You can do it in 15 minutes a day, and it can be easy and comfortable and relaxing and delightful. I know this because I've been teaching this forever and I've seen it happen over and over again. And I just got a message yesterday from a client who I would describe as super shy. She's not on any of the social medias. She doesn't have any background in marketing. She went and sold 100 copies of that book. And now the bookstore gets to put up a thing that says local author and, have a book signing, and she could sign them all. I mean, how exciting is that? How thrilling and how easy. It just came out of a conversation, but it came out of an inspired conversation. And it came out of a conversation of her genuine desire to share. It wasn't like a look at me, look at me, look at me thing. Nobody wants that. So I know this works. So I want to say hi to all of you. Hi to my LinkedIn friends. Hi to my TikTok friends. Hi to my StreamYard friends. And especially hi to those of you who are already enrolled in the Get It Done Lab. And if you are interested in finding out more about the Get It Done Lab, you can go to therealsambennett.com/lab, and you'll see all the information. We start on Saturday. It's an incredible program. And if you don't agree, then satisfaction guaranteed or your tuition cheerfully refunded, and you can keep all the bonuses. But if this is ringing a bell for you and you're like, I sort of feel like maybe if I got myself out there even a little bit more, if I knew just a few more people, if I had just a few more clients, if I had just a few more opportunities, if I felt better and more confident and more able to connect with people who I thought might be interested in what I had to do, then this could make a big difference. I think you guys were talking maybe about some of the things that get in the way of your self-promotion. Partly just the phrase self-promotion. Doesn't it just make you want to lay down and die? And you think, oh, I'm going to have to look fancy. That's part of why I showed up with no makeup here today. You don't have to look fancy. You guys aren't here for my beauty tips. You're here to get encouraged and to get inspired. And what people want from you is not for you to be younger or smarter or thinner or more experienced or any of the things that you maybe think they're judging you about. They want you to be you. It's the you that they're looking for. Your creativity, your insights, your magic, the things you do so easily and so effortlessly that it just feels amazing to the people around you to be with you. That's what we want from you. Oh, I'm getting some little hearts on the TikTok. I love that. Hi. Hearts back. Hearts back. Let me talk about 7 mistakes that I think you're making. And you tell me if these resonate for you. Mistake number 1, you think it's about you. It's not about you. No one cares about you. People care about themselves, how well they're doing. They're thinking about who's judging them. They're thinking about what things they want in life. You don't have to talk to them about you. Talk to them about them. They don't care about your qualifications. They don't care about your systems or your style or your experience or your degrees. No one cares. It's a really great rule of marketing to understand that people only care about themselves in the best possible way. I always think about when I was growing up in Chicago and there were these ads on the L. There was one that was there all the time that said, lose 30 pounds in 30 days. And it didn't say with supplements or with kettlebells or with intermittent fasting. No, it didn't say anything about the how. It didn't say anything about who they are. We're doctors who blah, blah, blah. No, it just talked about the result that a person might want. Lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Now, we all know diets are bullshit, but it's a great example. What would happen if you could show up in comfort and talk to people about them and be of service to them? What we call marketing is just education. It's dancing with people. It's getting close to them. It's getting to know them. It's sharing what you know that other people could use. That's how society works. We share with one another. We don't know, no one of us knows everything, but each of us knows something. Every one of us holds a piece of the truth. Every one of us holds a piece of the truth. And that piece is what you're there to share and what you can charge top dollar for or not charge for. I don't care. Mistake number 1, you think it's all about you. Mistake number 2, you are making other people's decisions for them. I went through my LinkedIn the other day, invited 900 people to this event. And I just went through my connections and I was like, yep. Now, some of these people, as you guys know, my background's in entertainment and Hollywood. Some of the people on my connections list are famous. Some of them are quite famous. Some of them are really well respected in their fields. Some of them are CEOs. Some of them are super busy people. Some of them are very public people. I absolutely had that moment of like, oh, I can't invite that person. They're too busy. They're not going to care about this old thing. And I was like, hey, stop making decisions for other people. If they don't want to come, believe me, they won't come. But who am I to say that person can't afford this or that person won't be interested? Let them tell you that. This is not your decision to make. You put out there what you feel is important to put out there. You do not need to make other people's decisions for them. All right? You're writing this down. 1, you think it's all about you. 2, you're making other people's decisions for them. Number 3, mistake, you're mumbling. You're sitting over there in the corner going, so I do this work that's kind of help some people. I don't know if you might want it or not. How much do you charge? Knock it off. Stand tall in your pricing. Stand tall in your offer. Used to drive me crazy when I was working as an actor in LA and people say, "Oh, what do you do?" "Well, I'm a waitress, but I'm really an aspiring actor. I mean, that's really what I want to do." No, you're an actor. If you are acting, then you are an actor. Tits up, girls. Here's what I do. Here's how much it costs. If you're into it, fab. Number 4, you repeat the same offer over and over again, and you don't pay attention to the feedback you're getting. I remember having a conversation. I was at the Santa Barbara Chamber of Commerce meeting, and I was having a conversation with a woman there who's like, "I don't know. I mean, I've been running the same ad for like 5 years, and it never gets any response." And I'm like, "Did you think about changing it?" Like, I'm like, "So you clearly now have a lot of evidence about what does not work. Let's try something else." I went to a bunch of those meetings and she stood up every single time and said the exact same thing and was super surprised when no one came up to her and was interested in her products or services afterwards. If what you are saying is not resonating with the people you're talking to, change what you're saying. Try something else. Try talking about it from a different point of view. Quit repeating the same patterns over and over again and ignoring the feedback that you're getting. I was at a small business here in Connecticut and I walked in and I asked them if they had a certain service. And she goes, no. She goes, "People ask me that all the time, but no, we don't do that." And I'm like, "People are asking for that all the time and you don't do that because..." This is a gesture I like to call, no, get that money away from me. People are coming up and knocking on your door saying, "Hello, can I give you money for this?" And you're like, "Nope, absolutely not. Walk on." I mean, that's your prerogative, but really? Partly what I'm saying here is some of you are getting more feedback and attention than you think you're getting. You think, "Oh, I'm getting all these people who aren't interested." No, they're feeding back to you that the way you're communicating is not resonating with them. Number 5, you give up. You do 1 to 99 and then you give up. Or you do it for a little bit, but then you give up. And you know what that's like? It's like driving with your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. You are not giving your information, your material, your marketing efforts, your conversations, your whatever, a chance to land with people. You're not seeing it all the way through to the end. I remember talking to somebody who was like, "Well, I've got a class. I only have 4 people enrolled and I really want 10 and maybe I should just cancel it." I'm like, "Cancel it? You've got a week. What are you, crazy? Get on the phone. You got 4, you could definitely get 4 more. You can probably get 6 more. Don't quit, not when you're so close." But how many of you have done that? Gotten this close and then given up? I had a client one time who was just starting her speaking business. She was super nervous about it. She scheduled a talk. She didn't really tell anybody about it, so she wasn't super surprised when nobody signed up for it, but she had booked the room. So she went to the room and she brought her teddy bear and she put her teddy bear in the chair and she delivered her talk to the teddy bear. That kind of courage makes me cry. There is someone who is dedicated to getting their voice out, and she was willing to start exactly where she was, which was an empty room with a teddy bear. And the next time there was a teddy bear plus 4 people. And the next time there's a teddy bear plus 8 people. And the next time there's a teddy bear plus 16 people. Don't stop. The world wants to stop you. Fine. Take the note. You stop you? No. Number 6 of 7, you don't want to commit. You're highly creative people, you're highly sensitive people, you're highly critical people, you're people with a grillion ideas, you're a little neurospicy or whatever you are, and you don't want to commit. You don't want to say like, "Well, I don't want to niche. I mean, I do a lot of things. I contain multitudes." Yes, you do. And no one understands multitudes. So offer one thing. Commit to one thing one time for 15 minutes even. Try that. And see what happens. See what happens when you make one simple declarative offer. When you commit, it becomes super real. That's right. And I know that makes your belly go. It's like, "Oh, shoot. Ooh, that's real. Yeah, that's real." This is why entrepreneurship is the greatest tool for personal development of all time. Because you got to face your fears. You got to stand in the truth of who you are and risk, failure, rejection, other people judging you. But guess what? You're being rejected and judged anyway. Surprise. All that judging and rejecting that you do of other people, they're doing it to you too. It's not mean. It's not bad. It's just what it's like for us, living in a community with each other. You're afraid to commit. But in 15 minutes a day, commit for 90 days. It's an experiment. That's why we call it the Get It Done Lab, because it's an experiment to repeat and practice until you master it. Exactly. And then once you master it, you can do whatever you want. Sell it. Have somebody else do it. Offer it. You can add on more things. And the last one is you're hiding because visibility is scary. For a lot of us, we're not exactly members of the Happy Childhood Club. Our ability to turn invisible was a really important survival mechanism. So it is no surprise that here we are, however many years later, going like, "I'm going to be in center stage and I'm going to put my stuff out there." Your inner self is like, that seems dangerous. So no. And your inner self will sabotage you, will make you oversleep, will make you forget, will cause you to fumble and bumble. And that's okay. It's okay that it's scary. It's okay that it doesn't feel comfortable. It's okay that you've got even some trauma around it. You're a grown-up person. You can reparent yourself. You can hold your own hand. You can bring your teddy bear to the talk. I remember when I was doing one of my first really big events and I'd rented this hotel room and I had a room block and it was really expensive and it was a really big deal. There was part of me that was really shy and I was talking to my sort of right-hand person, my team member, Leonore. I was like, part of me just wants to stay up in the hotel room and read Nancy Drew and not have to go down and face all those people. And Leonore bought me a Nancy Drew and she said, here, this part of you can stay up in the room. Let your inner 9-year-old know that she doesn't have to come down and talk to all these horrible people. She can stay in the room and read Nancy Drew. And grown-up Sam can go down and then go back upstairs and order room service and read Nancy Drew. And do you know that's exactly what I did? And I sold over $100,000 worth of stuff that weekend. So there you go. Sam, the reason is I finally raised my rates, just saying I make triple what I used to now. Yeah, fuck yeah. Good job. Good job. Donna says, I want to accomplish wonderful things, but usually I'm content to do nothing. Being invisible seems safe. Thank you for making me feel that way. Think of it that way. Being invisible does seem safe, but it's not. And not only that, you're depriving the rest of us of you. We need you. We need what you have to share. We need your learning. We need your expertise. We need your insight. We need your recipes. We need all kinds of things from you. And let's face it, we're not going to be Justin Bieber. You're not going to be like pursued by paparazzi. Like you're going to be known for making a difference in your community. You're going to be known for making a difference in the world. You're going to be known for making a difference in your family, in your community, in your place of worship. You don't have to be famous. Fuck that. Fame is weird, not desirable. Everybody I know who's famous says that it is a terrible gift. Kate says, love the vulnerability and honesty presented here today. Well, thank you, Kate. Thank you for saying that. That's very kind of you. And it's been a journey for me too. I'm still working on it. It was not easy for me to invite 900 people the other day. That felt very uncomfortable. Feel the fear, do it anyway, right? Okay. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a big deal. You do not have to be any smarter or better or cooler or better dressed or have more makeup on or remember to have brushed your hair to succeed in the world, right? So if you are interested in getting into some level of experimentation with this, again, in 15 minutes a day, I am not trying to take over your life here. 15 minutes a day, every single day for 90 days. I'm going to guess it might make a difference for you. In fact, I know for sure it's going to make a difference for you. This isn't about me. It's about me getting out of the way so you can connect with you, so you can connect with the truth, so you can let your light shine, because then we live in a world in which everyone is shining. Think of the people you love most. Do you want them to be invisible? Do you want them to hide their gifts? Do you want them to not make the money they should make? Not have hang out with the cool people that they should be hanging out with? No, of course not. You want them to be the light that they are in the world, and that's what we want for you too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Please let people know. I think we made it onto almost all the platforms today. And join the lab, therealsambennett.com/lab. There's a bunch of bonuses that you'll get. And like I said, if it turns out it's not for you, cancel. We'll refund your tuition. No questions asked. No big deal. And you can keep all the bonuses. Kind of a win-win, win-win, win-win-win, which is what I like the best. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for doing that with me. We'll see you next week. See you on Saturday in the lab. Yeah? Yeah.